So every year the All NBA team comes out, and I usually have something to complain about. Um, and this year, actually, I'm not up in arms like I usually am. I think the media did a much better job about it this year than years past. But there are still some things that irk me. My biggest problem is the format. Like the All-Star ballot, it's only separated into front court and back court, and I really think it should be point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center. Um, uh, just because it kind of gives more versatility. And I think, excuse me, I really don't. I think it also puts a bigger focus on power forward and center. And people, their counterpoint to this is saying that, oh, the NBA is becoming positionless almost. And I don't necessarily agree with that. Small ball is getting more prominent, but you can still see every team still values the big man so much. That's why you see people like Timofey Mozgov making $16 million a year. Um, so that's my biggest issue. The second problem I have is LeBron never having been a unanimous pick for first team All NBA. It's kind of ridiculous to me that if you have, like, considering that it is only front court and back court, not everyone in the world is say they're told pick 3 front court players and pick 2 back court players, and you have to get the best in the NBA because you want to win the next game for whatever reason. It's just so hard for me to believe that not everyone in the world would say, I want LeBron James on my team. I know he has his, there's media bias all the time, but it's just, this is coming to a near ridiculous level. He's playing the best basketball, arguably the best basketball of his career. I'd actually say this is his second best year. But I'd say most pundits think it's actually his best. And he's still not getting the respect I think he deserves. Third issue I have is the media's love affection for DeAndre Jordan. His offense is really limited to what Chris Paul feeding him or him getting offensive rebounds. And I think it's great that he doesn't have to create his own offense and still get you 14 points a game. But that's it. That's only 14 points a game, which he's not creating for himself. He's a fantastic rebounder. He's a fantastic rim protector, and he's got athleticism that's unparalleled if you compare him to other people at his position. It's just, I find it really disgusting that he repeatedly is on these teams when people like DeMarcus Cousins and Karl Anthony Towns are left off. I'd even say that Karl Anthony Towns and DeMarcus deserve a spot above Rudy Gobert as well. But that's just me. I don't have a vote, so that's out of my power, obviously. And the last problem I had was kind of John Wall being underrated. He arguably had a better season than Steph Curry and Isaiah Thomas. I think he deserved to be higher than them, but I do see, like, the argument could be made for either side. So this isn't something I feel too strongly about. It's just that I think John Wall is being overlooked, and the improvements he made of how he can control the pace of a game rather than him being out of control and just taking off any chance he gets. It really shows that his game's matured and he's developed his mid-range jumper a lot better, to make it a lot better. And I find it sad that it's being overlooked almost.